Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. How is everyone today? I hope you're all doing okay, and that going back to work for most of you, or some of you, hasn't been too daunting. It's quite difficult, I think, when you've had a long holiday over Christmas and New Year to get back into the groove, isn't it? I'm lucky I was able to book some time off between Christmas and New Year, and this week as well. So I had some leave to use up, really. So we have to use our leave before the end of March. And, you know, I thought, oh, I have this week after Christmas off, and, you know, the new year, the new week, the first week of January, I meant to say. I have this off and hopefully can recoup from all the build up to Christmas and all of that. So anyway, today I'm going to start a new project, and I thought I would attempt to make a lapbook style, I don't know what you call it really, it's kind of a lapbook folio style journal kind of thing. Anyway, I followed a tutorial by Carol's Recrafted Boutique, another crafting lady on YouTube, and I quite liked her style. It was her first video actually that when she first started her YouTube channel, so it was quite interesting to see that. And you know, I'm always glad to support other people, so I'm going to follow along with her. And this isn't a recent one that she's done, but I will link her YouTube channel down below, and try and link the 3 episodes of the Lapbook folio journal thingy that she did. So what she did was, and it's all about using up scraps really and making do with what you've got, and I kind of like that idea. And I have accumulated a lot of cardboard from Amazon packaging and cereal boxes and that sort of thing, so I'm going to use Amazon packaging, and I've already cut my pieces out. So I've done mine a slightly different size to Carol. So I have my pieces are 7.5 inches tall by 5.5 inches wide. So you want 4 pieces all in that size. So mine are Amazon, as you can see, Amazon A3 pieces. Had to take the label off some of them, so the back of them is a little bit scrappy, but we will be covering them over with some journaling paper. And what I'm going to use, sorry, I'm just picking that off now. Just take off as much as you can, really, if you're using Amazon packaging. Anyway, I'm going to use a scrapbook pad that I've had for a long while, and it's Stamperia Cosmos 12 by 12. It's very thin. They're only it's 190 in weight, and it's 10 double-sided face sheets, and some of the sheets are ephemera, so I don't know if anyone's seen it, but it's really lovely. It's got a little bit bent in the corner, unfortunately, where I had it stored. I love all of this, and they're double-sided, so you know, take your pick. And then you've got all these lovely cards here to use, which could be made into pockets. And on the back they've already journaled them, so they're double-sided, so you know, you don't have to do anything with them really, and it's quite nice thick card, so I don't think I'd need to, you know, do anything. I love this page here with the moon and the solar system, and this one is again solar system. And then on here we've got some different pieces, some of which are actually, I believe those are in Latin or something, so I probably wouldn't use those, but then there are some in English that say things like nature does nothing uselessly, magical vibes. The beauty of nature is everywhere. Stars can't shine without darkness, and that sort of thing. So I will use those. And the other pieces, I'll obviously use this side of the paper, the ones that are in the foreign language, or I may keep a few pieces of foreign language. I don't know if it's Italian or Latin. I'm not too sure, actually. Whoever Christina Advan is, I guess. I want to think it's Italian, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, I love this wolf howling at the moon, and this is beautiful. It looks like the rings, to me it looks like the rings of a tree, an old tree. And then we've got this Cosmos page again, and then we've got this beautiful page here, and I love the colours are gorgeous. And then we've got some lovely scrapbook cards, you know, here, some lovely cards to write on. And again, on the back, these journal cards have already got journaling pieces on the back, so they're ideal. Don't really need to do anything with those either. And then look at the colours. I mean, it's all blues and mauves and sort of tealy blues, and oh, the lovely navy blues. And then there's this page, and then we've got some tags here and some circles, which are lovely. And the back of those is just this plain sun and moon paper here with some constellations in the background. And then we've got this beautiful page here with the owl, absolutely lovely. And back of that page is very simple there, almost an Nostradamus style around the sides. And this lovely, very busy cosmos and constellations. And then the back of the page is that. So I don't know, because it says it's made in the EU, in Budapest in Hungary, so I have no idea what that, but I know that they make a lot of these scrapbook pads in all different themes. So, and I've had this probably since the beginning of, before I had my YouTube channel, so I kept it because I'm a bit of a hoarder, really. I like coveting things and keeping them for a while, but I thought a time has come. I quite like the look of it, you know, and I think it has a kind of a wintry feel to me, so I thought I'm going to use that. So that's what we'll be using. And any other bits, scraps of, you know, scrapbook pages, I think we'll just keep it to scrapbook. So you have 4 of these, which are on any cardboard or thick paper that you can find, and you want to make them in, well, I think Carol's were 7 by 3/8 of an inch tall by 5.5. I've just gone down to 7.5 by 5.5 inches wide. So that's 4 of those. And then you need 3 spines. So my first spine is the bigger one of the 2, and that is about 1 inch and 2/8, or just under 3 centimeters wide. Now I don't think Carol actually, I'm just checking that's straight. I don't think it is. It's a bit of a, it's not quite straight, so I'm just going to straighten it up. Carol didn't sort of give measurements for the spines. It's really down to you, and you can make this in any size that you wish to make it in. So that was quite a bit off, so that's better. So let's just measure it again now. So in centimeters, it's actually 2.5, and in inches it'll be 1 inch. So that's good. Okay, so that's the biggest one, and then you want 2 narrow ones, and so mine are this is just under 2 inches, so it's about 1 inch 1 centimetre, no, 1 3/4 centimetres wide, or just under 3/4 of an inch. Again, you make them how you want. And what she did, she had some see-through Scotch tape. I don't have any of that. I do have this roll of adhesive fabric tape. Use whatever tape you've got, or you can glue down paper or material. I haven't even opened this, and I can't find the opening for this plastic band that's around it. I should have done that off camera, shouldn't I? I wasn't totally prepared. So I just wonder if I can slide that up. I can't. Let me just put you on hold and I'll try and sort it out. Alright, I'm back. So I managed to undo it, so it comes off like that. And it's just adhesive material, kind of. And I guess this pulls off, so I'm hoping it will be effective. And that's the sticky side, so we're going to use that for the spines. Now I'm hoping it's going to be wide enough for this. I may have to use 2 pieces. The only other tape I've got is package tape, brown packing tape, but we will be covering it over, so if I get stuck I will use the brown packing tape. So for this episode we're just going to put the basic together. Now this will go off camera, so you want to put first piece down and the thin spine. So we'll do it kind of in sections. So the thin spine, you really just want it a little bit away from the main piece, enough to well, Carol said hers was the width of the depth of her card. The depth of mine is not that deep. Excuse me. So I'm going to, that is not straight either, I don't think. What is going on? I'm just gonna try and put that in here and get that straight as I can. So that's better. Right, that's better. Okay, right. Now, so going to use it about that kind of width apart. So if I measure it, then I can do the other pieces the same. So I'll measure it on here, and just going to go, I don't know, 1 click on the top there. I'm not sure what these are. I don't know. Where's the ruler? What have I done with it? I put it over here. So so let's see. This would be, I don't know, might be 1 millimetre actually, just 1 millimetre I'm going to. So now this is going to be dodgy, so I'm going to cut my strip a bit longer than this. So I wish I had some tape like Carol used. So I'm just going to cut that down like so. So I think I've got a feeling this is not going to be as easy as she made it look. This is just building the folio lapbook. So I'm going to peel mine off. Obviously, if you've got a roll of sticky, then yours will be sticky enough. And I'm just literally going to place mine straight onto there like that. I'm just going to fold that over, I think, for now. and then she put another piece on the back. So I'm just gonna take that piece off because it's got a bend in it, and we'll just join those end to end kind of thing. We don't want them overlapping too much because there'll be a bump there. So I'm just going to go down like that and peel this off, and I'm just going to have to line mine up kind of like that. Okay, so we have one. I'm just going to fold it so I've got that. So I have to then do this side. So the next piece then hinges onto this piece. I hope this tape isn't going to be too big. No, I don't think it will, but it's quite secure. So again, I'm going to cut. Maybe I'll just cut to save time. It does have a bit of a crease in all of it, so we're going to leave that now, otherwise I'm going to lose too much of this tape. So I'm going to do another couple ready. Okay, so this, right, I wanted to kind of show you this on camera, although you might think this is a bit of a, let's do the back side of it first, because I wanted to sort of keep all my packaging bits on one side. I don't want to kind of, that side wants to flip up, so it'd be easy if we put this down first. And again, we're just going to hook it down. Okay, so that's okay, and then let's do our other piece. So I'm just going to overlap that slightly, and then we've got our hinges like so. So we'll keep it on this side for now. So the next piece, now you can have your biggest hinge where you want it, so you can have it in the middle, or you could have had it there, we could have it here. So I'm going to put mine in the middle, which is where Carol put hers. So I want to kind of follow hers for now, and then once I've done one, hopefully I can kind of adapt it to how, you know, I might like to do a different one. If this one's successful, I might do another one. So it's just a matter, I don't think it has to be totally precise, as long as you're leaving that gap. Okay, so it keeps wanting to move. Right, so I've got to be very careful now. Okay, we do the other side. So let's just cut some pieces. So I want one more here, 3, 4 there, so 5. That's going to be quicker. Five pieces. 3 and 4 and 5. Right, so that will save us having to keep stopping and cutting. Right, okay, so I want a piece on the back. I think that's enough if my maths, or I might need another 2 actually, thinking about it. Yeah, so Carol's tape, being Scotch, kind of like very wide sellotape almost, but it didn't need all these strips like I'm having to use. So I'm just going to bend that over like that. Okay, and then yeah, I probably have miscalculated, I don't know. Yeah, I think I need another 2. So I told you I wasn't good at maths. Just keep it as still as you can. And we'll put another piece, so it's much quicker once you've got them prepared, ready. Okay, then we want our small spine again here. Like so. Not thinking about it too much, and then we'll do the back in a minute. So we're going to put that down that way, like so. I hope this works. I mean, this is what Carol did, so let's see what happens when we've got it all together. Okay, right, so we want 2 more pieces. So cut that there, and it's not too bulky, this tape either. It's very nice. Got it on Amazon. I'll try and put the link down below in case anyone's interested in it, but I like the colour of it. So, and I thought, oh, I wonder when I'm ever going to use that kind of thing. Now it's coming very handy. So that's one. And it is quite easy to peel, and it's easy actually to lay down. I'm amazed. So, and it frays, so well, that's quite nice too, isn't it? Okay, so I'll just bend these round. Okay, that one needs to overlap that one a bit more. So that is going to keep coming up, I think. I should have overlapped that one a bit more. And I think if I take it off, I'm not going to be able to use that. Should have gone sort of like that. I wonder if I can glue it down. See, we all make mistakes. Okay, we'll just fold it and see. Yeah, we're going to have to. Right, where's my beacon 3-in-1? That's strange. I've lost it. How peculiar. I mean, I tied it up, so, you know. I'm going to keep pressing this down while I'm looking round on my desk, wondering if I'm looking at it but cannot see it. Just have a look. It's not in my pot there. That is so peculiar. Well, let's give it a burnish and see. You know, it might just stick, and I can always find my Beacon 3-in-1. Okay, so far so good. So in theory then, yeah, this is gonna have to be glued down. So is this. This tape is not as good as I thought it would be. Oh goodness me, it's a bit like bandage. Okay, so in theory that's your lap book, so it closes like that. So, which is why I wanted mine in the middle. I'll have to go round this and glue it down. So you've got your middle spine there, the bigger one, and the two smaller ones here, and they will fold down in theory like that. Okay, right, like so. So that's what it looks like. Okay, right, so I think we'll make this the inside. And I don't know that this tape is the best. Right, I've found the glue and I sorted it out. So this is what the shell of it should look like. So you've got your two end spines and then you've got your centre spine here. So it will look like this. So you'll see your flaps in there. So the next thing that Carol did was, at this point, you don't want to cover it with your paper or anything yet. What you want to do is, if you've got anything you want to sort of put in, then you're better off doing it now before you cover it. So for instance, if you want to put any envelopes in, so I found a selection of envelopes from my stash. I'm trying to pick the ones that I feel are the strongest. So that's going to be a little bit too tall, I think, sadly. Although I could probably cut that down. I'll see. So I've got a couple of blue ones. Well, I've got 3 of these blue ones actually. These are, we'll do this in inches. These are 6 1/4 by just under 4.5 in size, and they're really thick, and they've got that nice flap, this triangular flap. This one has the straight flap. These are not as thick. These are, I think, same size as those. I've got a couple of those. Then I've got a couple of brown window envelopes. So I thought that would be quite nice maybe to have a window. They've got that sort of shape flap. Again, those I'm pretty sure are all the same size as these. Yeah, they are. I've got a couple of coin envelopes here. And I've got one lovely thick one with this flap, this lovely white one. That's 7 1/4 inches wide by 5 1/4 inches tall. This one is a triangular one. It's just a plain white one. Again, I think that is the same size as that one. And I've got this nice square one that possibly had a card in it, I'm not sure. And that one is 6 1/2 wide by 6, so it's 6.5 by 6. But that would be quite nice, except that would be too wide. I don't really want to have to cut any of them down. So what you want to do is find your envelopes to fit your piece, really. So these are small little envelopes. I think I've had these a long time in my stash, and these are 5.5 inches wide by 3.5 inches tall, so they're quite nice, although they are partially stuck down. They've got the triangle flap. So I'm going to attempt to make nice sort of envelope affair. So let's just see. That one will be fine. So those are all of these will fit apart from those two. Right, okay. Let's have a look at the blue ones because the paper is quite blue. So I thought, where will I put my envelope sort of section? I think it'd be quite nice to have it here. So what you want to do is you want to glue not too close to your spine, on the edge, in whatever position you like. So say you have that one like that, and we might put another one down here like this, so you've got them closing like that, just to make sure they don't go over the top. And then maybe we could have a small one perhaps on the top here, if it's not too wide. So yeah, a lot of thought has to go into the envelopes, really. And I do have a lot of envelopes, but I don't have a lot of unusual shapes. So yeah, that should be fine. So I think I'm going to attempt to do that. So I want to find my spine, which is there, just here, like so. So I'm going to now, how did she do it? So I think she's stuck. I think you do them like this, don't you? Oh, it's probably that way. I don't think it matters too much, as long as you can access this. So I quite like that way, so I could get something in and out of there quite easily. So I'm going to stick mine on the blue side, face down onto here. So let's give it a go. This is trial and error. I've never made one of these. So here goes. So we're going to glue that flap. Okay, and I said I wanted it this way round, so I'm conscious I've got my spine here. There's my line. I don't want it to fit too close, and I think I'll go to the top, just below the top and just inside the spine like that. So I've got one with an opening like that, and it's plain on the back. And then what we'll do is we may have yeah, I'm not sure if I want one with that opening that way. I have to put it that way, so I'm going to put that one down there like that, so they're staggered. So again, I'm going to glue inside flap, so the inside of the flap with the gluey sticky bit on. Only time I've ever glued in an envelope or two is into an Edith Holden file folio that I made. So that is going to be like that. I wanted that this way, so I wanted that. Okay, so find your spine, so mine is there, and you want it just inside that spine so it doesn't impede that hinge, and hopefully this is going to stick down. So I've got two. Oh, they've come out the same way anyway. Okay, that's all right, because we can put pockets on these. Okay, and then I wanted to stick one down here like that, which would be quite nice. So if I stick it, I stuck it that way round, and we no, I don't like that. What about if I stick it that way round? No, so I don't know. So it's going to be this way round. So when we drop it down, now I could layer up these, so I could have one like that. And I could have one like this if I wanted, or that like that. So I could have that one up higher and that one lower. So that one we could have like so, like, see, I'm getting all confused about how they open. Yeah, that would be best, I guess. Okay, let's go for it. Let's put these down inside and have something a bit different. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. Of course, then the question is it better to decorate these before you put them in, or do them when they're in? So Carol put hers in, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm just bending that over, and I want that to line up down the bottom with that, staggered that way. Again, not too close to the crease line of the other envelope. So you've got one like that, and then we're going to have this one this way round. I have seen people on YouTube make some very intricate designs, and I hope you can see me all right. I've got a feeling that camera's slightly at an angle again. I spend ages fiddling about with it, you know, trying to make sure that it's straight. So we've got those two, and those two. So we've got our kind of envelope arrangement like that. Okay. And the other thing Carol made was a flip out. I think maybe we'll make one in here. Let's put these away for now, and we can always add some more in. So to make the flip out, I'm just going to pin the glue quickly. She took a piece of scrap paper, so I may use this because this is a bit of old Galaxy. I've got an old scrap pad here that I have used called Galaxy. I think this is from the works. It was only £3, but you can see I've used a few, but there's some pieces in here that would quite nicely match in, so that's quite nice. That's quite nice. So there's a few pieces with all like the cosmos on. Actually, I quite like this piece, so let's make a flip out with this one. Paddy's having a bounce on the bed. So what we want to do is put that to one side, and our piece, just put these scissors away, our piece was 7.5 inches wide, so we want to make it double the width ish plus a bit. So this is a 12-inch piece, so if we said we're having a flip out that's, say, I don't know, 5 inches wide plus a bit to stick down, so we'll do 5.5 inches wide. So we're going to score it, so I'm going to leave it intact. And which piece do I want outside? So let's put the scoreboard down. Now, do I want I think I'll have this outside, so I want to score it. I'm going to score it on the inside, so I'm going to score it at, we only want it 5.5 inches wide. We only want it 7.5. Okay, so right, first thing first, I need to chop it down. Okay, so I want to chop it down to, so I don't think there's any real direction to this. I don't think it matters really. So I want to measure it at, so just 7.5 really, off of there. So 7.5 would be there. Okay. So that's there. So I just want to cut this down on that mark. Should be that one. Right, okay. That's the piece, we can use something else. So we've now got our height, which should be around about 7.5. Now the width, so we're going to score it at, I think we're going to leave at least an inch for the flap, so we're going to score it at 5. Yeah, so score it at 5.5. That is it. No, I'm going to score it at 5. Sorry, I'm being a bit, I'm not going to press too hard. And then I'm going to score it at 10. Hope you can see this. And then this is the bit that we're going to stick down. Okay. Oh, it's quite heavy, that board. So I'm having this bit out. So that's on the outside here. I have to be very careful because it will crack otherwise. I think actually we'll have to bend it this way. So we're going to stick that down, and then you've got your flap, your flip out. Okay. So again, I'm going to stick this down before I glue it. So we could have it. No, that's not right. So you could have it flipping out like that. You could have it in the middle flipping out like that. So I think that's where I'm going to put mine. So I want to make sure I know where the hinges are. So that's one hinge, and there's the other hinge there. So I'm going to glue that flap down. So I'm going to glue it that way. Right. Your hinge doesn't have to be as wide as mine. I just thought, you know, I might as well just leave that little scrap on. Okay, so we want it now. Which way did we want it flipping? Do we want it? I think we'll have it. So we're putting it down. Make sure you know where your hinge is and that it's straight. So there's our little flip out. Flips out like that. So that's quite nice, isn't it? And we can decorate that. So yes, it will. I'll just give it a little burnish. I don't want to burnish it too much. Make sure that it's straight. I'm just going to use that end. That's better. Right. Okay, so there's our flip out. Again, I've done it before. We cover all this. And then we'll start covering. So oh, I don't know why those both have a bit of glue on. I do not know how that happened. Just using the glue rubber to take that down. Right, okay, so we have our flips like that, our envelope ones, and then we next door to that we have that one, like so. And then it will still close up like that. So the next episode we will start decorating the pages. And obviously we want to think about what we're going to put on the front, and if we're going to put a closure around underneath this first. We may do. Okay, so right, so that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that. And sorry, I'm at an angle again. Hope you enjoyed that, everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished article, as I'm sure you are. This is an adventure. Thanks for joining me. Take care, everyone. Bye.